Hello, Thought Journey 73. I was thinking through this today. Can a moral system be defined or dictated by one entity and presented in just a couple of lines? 10 points, each point a sentence or maybe a couple of sentences. Will that work? Well, is that first moral? It was bothering me. So, for a simple consideration, I took a legal system. And as many theists claim that the legal system of the United States was probably derived from the moral code in the Bible. If that's so, then our legal system, our constitution, and they should be written in one page, right? Even if it's the 630 or however many commandments, just takes a couple of pages, right? Or for that matter, why bother even writing a constitution? Just say this is the constitution and call the Bible as a constitution, right? Wouldn't work. In reality, it wouldn't work. So, on one side, they just keep claiming, oh, where would you get your morals from if you do not believe in God and if you do not take the God as your savior? Where would you get your morals from? They wanted to claim that on one side, just for argument's sake. And on the other side, they can't live without this complex legal system, which would punish somebody for 10 years for just stealing and probably would forgive a murderer because he wasn't sane when he committed the murder. Or just at least don't put him in jail, just send him to a mental institution. It's crazy, right? I mean, that's how the legal system sounds. It's just murder is not murder. And that's why the whole moral system, as we claim, is subjective to that person. Plus, in addition to that, after verification and double check with the other people in the society, after getting consensus from the other people in the society. That's why a law to be passed has to have so many votes in Senate and in the House of Representatives, and then the president should sign it. Why are we going through all these hassles? If just taking a Bible is as simple as that would provide us our moral code and hence the law of the land. That's why. And I feel it's dangerous. Just because you call or you claim that the moral code should come from one person, it's dangerous. That one person, which in your case is God, or in the theist's case it's God, it sounds like he's a dictator or a mafia boss, or whatever you want to call him. That's how that entity looks like, because of the way the codes are written. He says you can't have another God in front of me, you can't have your own imagination of God, you cannot talk bad about me. That's why people with common sense starts thinking, he sounds like a mafia boss. And it's dangerous. You do not want a chief of a country to go by that moral code and start coming up with law. Then it's dangerous. That's what happens in the Middle East, right? People just chop the heads because they think this guy committed something. It's wrong, chop. They don't go through a solid court system, all those. That's why people like the United States. You can do something and you can just drag the case in the court, have a good lawyer, twist the legal system, or argue to your favor, and a smart lawyer can probably take you out of the issue. You may not even get the punishment. You may be freed. That's why people like it here. You do not want it to be based on the moral code of the Bible. You do not want it to be one line saying you don't steal. It won't work for you. It'll end up dangerous. And your God will look in a very bad shape. He'll be put in a bad light. He claims that this is the moral law and this is what you have to follow. That's why you need to have a complex legal system. And the legal system as it exists today is so complex, clearly states it came out of the moral of human being. At a point they thought this is okay. Then they realized as a collective society it's causing more harm than causing good. They said, okay, you know what? This is a law. Gotta make this as an offense. That's why the law keeps changing all the time. Street laws. People can drive in the speed limit. If they find too many accidents happening, well, guess what? Speed limit is coming down. Gets adjusted. Maybe if that's a deserted road, there's never a traffic there, not many accidents, well, then make the speed limit as 75, 80 miles per hour, whatever. That's how the law works, because morality comes from human beings, subjective to a single person or a collective decision of a society. And that evolves. If it's not for the evolution, then why is the marriage law keeps on changing? Right? God said get married, that's it. It's clear, guys. Don't come and tell that, where would you get the morals from? We have morals that was built by human. It did not come from one source in the Bible. What the Bible said, even other great leaders have said that, who did not follow Bible. A tribal chief could even say that. After watching what's going on in his clan, he can just say, hey, you guys are fighting, this is not working out for our tribe, quit it. No, write it as a law. Simple. So don't confuse yourselves, theists. Morality did not come from one being and cannot come from one being. It's dangerous. It's not so. And I'll tell you, I bet you don't want to live in that society. Alright, that's a thought from me today. Bye.